is definitely a way to make one guitar sound like two guitars. We have to break down the melody and the rhythm in a certain way though. In fact, in the Spanish music that I was playing at the beginning of the video, I played the melody with the thumb and the accompaniment with the middle and index finger. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to break down this musical idea that I was playing at the beginning of the video so that you can figure out how it is done, and then hopefully you can use the same technique, the same approach to write your music. Now in this video, I'm going to be using my first Cirillo Master's Choice. I just changed the strings. I put 0, 10, super light strings, and I love it. It sounds beautiful. Now we're going to start with the melody, and then I'm going to show you the rhythmic pattern. Now the melody is entirely played with the thumb, and it sounds like this. So I'm going to be playing the low E string. Obviously the first chord is the E minor chord. I play the low E string, and then on the G string fret number 4, 5, 4, 2, and the G string open. The second chord is the D major. We're only going to pick the bass note with the D string open, and then the G string fret number 2, 4, 2, open, and the D string fret number 4. The third chord is the C major. We're only going to pick the root note on the A string fret number 3, and then the melody on the G string open, fret number 2, G string open, fret number 2, open, the D string fret number 4, 2. And you want to make sure that you hold the bass note down, it should ring out. And the last chord is the B major chord. We only want to play over 2 strings. The root note is on the A string fret number 2, and then the D string fret number 4, 5, 4, A string, and the D string. I'm going to play a variation of this melody as well, so the second time we play it, we're going to play like this. So I'm playing the bass note, the low E string, and then the G string fret number 4, 5, 7, 5, and 4. The next chord is the D major. We're going to keep the same shape. So the D string open, the G string fret number 2, 4, and 5, 4, and 2. And we're going to do the same for the C major. We play the A string fret number 3, and then the G string fret number 0, fret number 2, 4, 2, and open. And then we finish with the B7 chord. We're only going to pick 2 strings, the A string fret number 2 and the B string open. Then you want to put down the B7 chord, which is 2, 1, 2, open, and 2. It's very simple to memorize. And we finish with the E minor chord. Now this E minor chord is going to introduce the accompaniment, the rhythm as well, okay? So you want to put down the chord, which is the low E string, the A string fret number 7, and the G string fret number 5. Now rhythmically, we're going to play this chord like this, which is the rhythmic pattern that we're going to use throughout the entire exercise. And it's the 3-3-2 pattern. So we have the first pattern in 3, which is the thumb, the middle, and the index. Now the thumb is always going to be playing one of the notes, one of the bass notes. So it's always on the first count. The second count is always the middle finger on the top E string, and the third count is always the B string with the index finger. So we have 1, 2, 3. Then we have the second pattern of 3 notes with the thumb on the A string, and then the third pattern, which is just 2 movements, the first and the second, with the thumb on the D string and the middle finger on the E string. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now we're going to repeat this 4 times. So 2, 3, 3 times, and then we're going to strum the chord on the 4th count. Now we're going to be using the same rhythm with the melody. We're going to combine both things. And we learn the melody. So we just have to put the accompaniment on top of it. So it will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we have 2 patterns. It's always the 3-3-2 pattern, which is repeated twice on each chord. So this is the E minor chord. And the D major. And the C major. And the B major. So we're combining the melody with the rhythm. Obviously, when we play the second section of the melody, it's the same thing. Now, just the last chord, we're going to be playing the A string, D string, G, and we finish with the D string, fret number 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Obviously, we can't have an exercise without a structure, so we're going to add a different chord progression. Obviously, beautiful chords, C major 7 and the A minor. Then we have E minor and this D major chord played with the B string open as well. Beautiful sounding chords. Now the rhythm is the same, so we're going to put down the first chord, the C major 7, and play the A string fret 3 and the D string fret 2. Same picking pattern. Obviously, the thumb is going to arpeggiate the chord, so we have the 5th string, 4th string, and 3rd string. The middle and index always on the E string and B string. Now the A minor chord is going to be this one. So it's open on the 5th string, fret number 2 and fret number 5. The cool thing with the E minor, we're gonna slide the fret 5 back to the fret number 4, and we change the bass note and we play the low E string, D string, and G string with the thumb. And then the beautiful D chord. Each chord will always take 2 patterns. You can repeat this one twice. And then as we move towards the end of the exercise, let's just change the chord progression a little more. We have the A minor chord. We only do 1 pattern and then we play the bass. C. I'm just playing the A string fret number 3 and then 5 and 5. The same picking pattern with the thumb on the A string, D string, and G string, and then the bass note, you let it ring out. G major chord, just the 6th, 4th, and 3rd string, and back to the bass, and then just the D major. We're gonna strum it 1 time lightly, and then we can finish with a simple melody. Over the E minor chord. Now the reason why there are so many different sections is because I wanted to show you how we can use the 3-3-2 pattern, the rhythmic pattern, over different chords. You don't necessarily have to use it over the Spanish chord progression. It It can be used over a sort of a pop-ish chord progression. And also different chords. So really feel free to try this rhythmic pattern over all the chords that you already know and see how they sound. Now I'm gonna leave you to practice this. I'm super excited, guys, and let me know if you like this lesson. Enjoy the chord, enjoy the rhythm, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thank you so much for your support on the Patreon page, and keep watching.